Hey, it's Fayd doing the long-awaited axe tutorial. I'm just going to cover gear, cells, combos. That's about it. And which combos are better, obviously, and why I use each one of these things. So this is for an ideal perfect setup. I don't have that, but I'm going to be going over what you would want, and then I'll go over what you would do if you didn't have that, like I don't. You're going to want a ragetail axe, and quick caveat, non-elemental weapons do a bit more damage at the moment, just green damage, not part damage, but or stagger, but just the green. And that just means you get faster kills, but less breaks, arguably. And when I say they do more green damage, it's not a huge amount at all. You can do just fine with any other axe. And things like the firebrand axe have the flame effect. The Zaga axe heals you. The Shrowd effect has more damage if you're low health. The Reza axe does more damage with the cunning passive, plus the, if you hit the fourth hit of your combo, does like more damage as well. They're going to make up for it. They're just still going to maybe do a little bit less overall. Like, we're talking a small percentage difference once you calculate all that shit. But at the moment, the ragetail axe is probably the best if you're going for fast kills. Then it's going to be your razor wing axe, then followed by like your fire cutter, and then followed by the shock jaw, the reza, and the shrowd. If you're going for easy gameplay, the shock jaw is going to be your best bet. And then that's about it. That's all there is to it. All of those axes are totally viable. Every single axe, actually, right now, is viable. You can use it. But the ragetail is better by a small percentage, very small. So cells, sorry. You're going to want a +3 energized and a +3 pacifier. And it doesn't matter where you put these as long as they fit. Then your lantern is a flex slot. You can do whatever the fuck you want with this. You can put in a +3 energized, but you're going to have 7 instead of 6, which is one more than the max. But you can do it. Or you can just put in any other utility that you want. It's totally up to you. You're going to have a shrowd cloak with +3 aetherhunter if possible. Shrowd hood, again, +3 aetherhunter if possible. Then you're going to have ragetail grips, +3 ragehunter if possible. And then you're going to have reza greaves +3 conditioning if possible. So if you don't have all those things, you want to get as close to +6 pacifier, +6 ragehunter, and +6 aetherhunter as you possibly can. That's because ragehunter and aetherhunter and pacifier all do the same thing right now. They all do bonus damage to the behemoth while they are enraged. Pacifier and aetherhunter have incorrect tooltips. They're glitched. Well, they're correct tooltips, but they don't work correctly, I should say. For lantern-wise, by the way, shrike lantern in a group to buff whoever isn't using an axe, because it's not great for axe users, but then drask if you're solo. So, now that I've talked about gear, let's go into the combos and how you want to use them. So vertical ripper is your first combo. Basically it's just left click, and then you just this. It's bad. Don't ever do this. Please don't ever do this. If you do it, you can do it to build meter. If you're doing something like breaking an orb, or maybe if you're just going to hit a staggered behemoth to get some meter up, that's, I guess, okay. But if I do it, it's generally an accident. And then your next combo is just called horizontal edge. And that's just your right. Boom, boom, boom. Easy. Real huge amount of damage, especially on those last 2 hits. So, and then it says combo crossovers, right? So first 2 attacks in either combo are interchangeable. By that it means if you start with a left click combo, you can then do somersaults. All right. Important thing to note, if you use normally with a right click combo, it's right click charge, then a jab, then your somersaults. So that's 4 hits. If you dodge, it's just a jab and somersaults. The reason this is important is because the somersaults are the highest part of that combo. So if you're just, you don't have a large DPS window, you're not going to get to your somersaults in time if you're doing a charge with 4 hits like this. Like, if you don't have enough time to do this whole thing right here, like that, then it's sometimes better just to do this. Especially if you're at a triple charge. That's not your best DPS, but it's better sometimes. Now, arguably, your best DPS is going to be a double charge and an auto attack. Just one auto attack. Ignore that third hit. So, just a double charge and an auto attack. All right? That's your fastest DPS, period. If you're just going to be whacking something over and over again. And that's at 3 charges, though. Remember, that's not going to be... like, you want to build charges as much as possible. So if you can go for a triple, go for a fucking triple, right? Now, as far as the special, when you land attacks with an axe that have been charged, meaning you hold down your 1 or your 3, they charge up to different tiers. So there's 3 charges. If you get triple charge with your left click, you get resolve, which means it's super armor. You can't get knocked over for like that hit and then sometimes the next hit. With a triple on the right, it's just a swing that does more damage. Now, the longer you charge, the more meter gain you get from that subsequent combo and the first attack also. So if I want to go in here with a right click charge, a triple, I get that much meter from 2 hits. If I go in with nothing, I get no meter. If I go in with just 1 charge, as you can see, the first hit, it does basically nothing for me, like just a little bit. But you don't always have time for a triple charge. So you just have to roll with it, basically. Now, your ideal charge combo, like for getting your meter built up, is going to be a hold left and then a right click combo. Okay, so it's going to be boom. All right, like this, that whole thing right there. As long as you can get that all the way off, it's a lot of damage, and your meter goes up. It's good. So now when you're trying to build your meter, if you're far away from a behemoth and you're gonna have to close some distance, it's nice to use your right click because you can move with it, right? Like you can just run up to something and hit it. With your left click, you can't do that, so you have to be able to predict where the behemoth is going to be with your left click. It's real important. Once your meter is built up, you get this white bar like that. That means you can use your Q, which has resolve. You cannot get knocked over while you're using it. And that, as you can see, resets your meter and gives you a number. That 1 means I'm at my first tier of the meter. There are 3 tiers, and each tier makes you do more damage. So, they're equally difficult to build up, blah, blah, blah. Same building process. And once you get to 3, you just have to keep using your Q to stay at 3 because your charge degenerates over a period of time. And if it runs out, you get reset back to the no number meter, the default base level of charge, all right? You keep whatever your meter was at as far as the progression, but you lose the number. It's really important to remember that. So here I'm going to hit my 2. There you go, number 2. And he's enraged now, which is what this build is for. It's when things get enraged, they die if you're running this exact setup. And I'm not really trying to dodge shit right now. I'm just trying to demonstrate things. Look at that 3k damage right there. That was just a 2 charge triple charge, or a 2 meter triple charge. That's pretty good. That was on a head, not a tail. Tails, you'll do more. Not more green, but more part damage. So see, I'm at my 3rd charge now. That was a broken arm. So I'm going to pop my Shrike Lantern to get a little bit faster charges. And he's dead. This stacks insanely well with itself. It's insane how fast you can kill stuff. That's really all I can say about Axe. Just remember not to get super greedy with your charges. It's real important to just charge what you can, get the hit, and then dodge out, and then charge what you can again. So I hope this was helpful for you guys, and I'll catch you next time.